Good afternoon, everyone. We are going to be doing a testing video that may or may not be put up on the website, depending on how it sounds and how everything goes through. So again, this is a testing video. Welcome to the Divine Dragonfly Ratio channel, and thank you for being here. We're just going to do a whatever wants to come through reading for whoever needs to hear it. We'll get two overall energies from the Wisdom of the Oracle. We will get some advice cards from the Mystic Manifesting Oracle, and then we will get some details from the Astromatrix Tarot. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And whatever the overall guiding energies for this reading, please. Overall guiding energies for this reading, please. Thank you. Overall guiding energies. We have happy, happy, wonderful, and we have peace. That's beautiful energies to start with. Right? And we have the underlying energy is mending. Okay. All right. What are the advice messages for this energy? This beautiful energy, actually. I love it. Advice for this overall energy of happy and peace. And the underlying energy of mending. See the advice messages, please. And thank you for the advice messages for this reading, please. The first one we have is guided steps. Trust the process even when your path seems blocked or unclear. I keep moving forward. Okay. What else? What is additional advice messages for this reading? Happy, happy, and peace, please. Seeing the beauty, complex patterns align to create great beauty when you see clearly. I visualize the divine plan. Okay. And finally, blessed growth. Stay firmly rooted in your intentions and reach for the sky. I nurture my dreams. Reach for the sky. I just heard that from Toy Story. Woody, reach for the sky. So some of you could be have just recently watched the new Toy Story or watched it with your kids, or I like watching animated movies too because they're actually very cheerful compared to watching some regular movies out there, that kind of help keep your energy on a high level. So the underlying energy we have is wild creation. Allow energy to flow freely rather than trying to force the outcome. I am open to surprises. So yeah, let's be surprised. What are the details of this reading, please, Spirit? Thank you for the details of this reading. Getting the message of mending your creative energies, meant like reconnecting to your creative space. Perhaps there's some healing. Oh, doesn't belong in there. Interesting. Justice. Wow. Well, we can't let that one just go. Just gonna put that right there because that card did not belong in this deck. So we have the justice energy. And this energy feels to me like it's after the fact. It feels like it's something that has completed. Something has completed, and it's like the justice energy wants to say, you get to move forward. It's almost as though because you completed something, perhaps some kind of cycle, um, now you get to move forward. It's almost like uh, something you were working towards. And, I'm kind of getting connected to like writer's block, or, if you're like an artist or a painter, sometimes you're, you know, waiting for the next source of inspiration to come. And I feel like maybe what you've been working on is becoming inspired from within rather than relying on external resources for your source of inspiration. So perhaps that's the mending that could be have happened is, finding your peace, your inner peace and your joy from within, and trusting your processes. Even when it doesn't seem like you're going to get answers, you just continue to keep going. And you're seeing, beauty in the day to day. And just the fact that, because this is giving me the energy of, because it says that I visualize the divine planets talking about the unfolding of the day to day, and seeing beauty and just, literally the little things that don't usually get noticed, right? And that's creating this growth that's pushed you past this space that you had perhaps been in before, of that relying on external resources to inspire you. And now you've pushed past that space and you've moved into the space of internal inspiration. So that's really, really beautiful. So, okay, so I can't remember where I left off on shuffling, but we'll do it one more time. What are the details here? What are the details for this reading, please, Spirit? Thank you. So we have the Knight of Swords. Details for this reading, please, and thank you. What are the details for this reading? Eight of Swords, yeah. It's that blockage that I was talking about, Seven of Swords. Yeah. Okay. What else? What else for this reading? Four of Wands. Okay. What else for this reading, please? And thank you. What are the details for this reading? Ten of Wands. Down so I can get one more up here. One more, Spirit. Seven of Pentacles. So I'm getting this story of kind of having been focused on the bad in this world is what I'm getting with the the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. And I find it very interesting that the passing energy, because in my readings, I kind of focus on, the first couple of cards are usually the passing energy. The middle cards are kind of like the current energy. And then the last cards are the kind of moving forward sort of energy. But what I'm getting with all of these swords here in the very beginning is focusing on the conflict in the world, right? Which can absolutely 100%, um, kind of suck your source of inspiration out the window. Um, and and this Eight of Swords almost feels to me like a refusal to see beyond what you're currently looking at. Almost as though, because the Eight of Swords always does indicate you're the source of your own um, blockage. You're the source of your own, because you can clearly see that in the image where she's loosely bound and there's no one around. There's no one there keeping her stuck. And the swords aren't even, circled around her, keeping her trapped. They're just there. And she has only to choose to free herself, right? So I feel like saying with the happy, happy, and the peace, the guided steps, seeing the beauty and blessed growth, and then this wild creation, of course. But then the overall underlying energy of mending, I feel like that's what you've done. You've released yourself. You've freed yourself from the Seven of Swords is even indicating self-deception, right? Making yourself believe that you don't have the ability to find the inspiration from within yourself, right? And I feel like what I want to say, more importantly than anything else, is that literally that's the past, like this is what you've overcome. And it's not like this energy was like leading your life. This is just very mild, kind of cause and effect energy. It could have been even something that you weren't aware of that was, underlying, that you had been working on mending just through seeing the beauty in the day-to-day lives and the patterns, because this really is pointing to this message of complex patterns aligned to create great beauty when you see clearly. And this is giving me the connection to the universal law of divine oneness, where you're starting to see the connection of life to all things. And that is really a thing of beauty for sure. And part of the reason why this is all happening for you right now is because you've come to a place where um, this Four of Wands is talking about being very grounded in your current, let me just, yeah, there we go. Being grounded in your, homestead, like in your reality, because the Four of Wands really talks to me about what is, right? What is right now? What have you built for yourself? It's a energy of stability and groundedness, and it's connecting me to your homestead, and being proud and happy of what you've built in your life already, which helps you release a lot of burden. So this Ten of Wands is speaking to um, letting go of things that do not serve you in the same way that you realized you're the almost prisoner of your own mind, of your own thoughts kind of thing. It's like you realized what you were doing. And, and it could be going back to the message of Toy Story. It could have been what you were watching. It could have been as simple as that, right? That you didn't realize that this was happening kind of in the background, until you started watching things like Toy Story, right? Things that make you feel good, things that bring good vibes and a sense of peace, Um, and, this joy energy with it being a number 8, it's giving me the connection to this is what created the movement for you, right? And then this is a 7, so this mending energy is a divine, it's a blessing for you that this energy has mended, and the Knight of Swords indicates, movement. It indicates incoming communication. And I really do feel like, because you can see he's kind of going in that direction. And you're like, yeah, I'm not going to follow you. I'm going to figure out what I've been thinking of that's been deceiving me. The things I've been telling myself that I can or can't do. And you started in a place of gratitude of your current foundation. There was something that you did that you specifically did to pull yourself back into your current moment, into your now, into your this is my space, and I am grateful for it. It's a place of gratitude and appreciation. And that space that you have walked into, this space of happy, this space of peace, this space of mending and being inspired to keep going forward, even though you haven't seen anything yet, is really allowing you to, put down the burdens of things that do not serve you. And I'm going to get a clarifier for this 10 of Wands, but really what I'm getting before this 7 of Pentacles is, because you can see in the 7 of Pentacles, she's got a beautiful garden there, and the pentacles are growing. And the 7 of Pentacles always represents, kind of like the harvest, is taking a pause and seeing, what your harvest looks like, which is what this 4 of Wands has been talking about the whole time. And but what the 10 of Wands is describing for me is the weeding. It's like weeding of the garden, right? Taking all of the weeds out of the garden so that you can see this beautiful harvest that you have built for yourself. And the underlying energy is temperance, with the lovers in reverse and death in reverse, which I don't usually read reverses, but those 2 cards were in reverse nevertheless. So it could be a transformation. This all could be due to a transformation in the way you see relationships, which goes back to that law of divine oneness, right? How we are in relationships to each other. And these page energies under here, Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Oh my God, look, all 3 of the pages. The Page of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. It's all talking about giving of yourself, right? The 6 of Pentacles talks about reciprocity, right? And so the temperance energy is talking about the balance of giving and receiving. For me, it's really talking about the balance of your inspiration and your love, right? With from within you. Okay. So let me keep that temperance out, because I know that means something important. But could you clarify this 10 of Wands, please? Clarify the 10 of Wands, please. Just want a little bit more details on what these weeds were. Thank you. 6 of Cups. So the weeds were things that happened to you in your childhood, right? Some kind of childhood trauma. Yes, healing relationships within yourself, honestly. is created, is generated movement. So yes. So I feel like that's what I feel like saying. I feel like you've started really kind of offering love to the child within you, and kind of going back and healing moments in your life, giving them purpose, giving them, you know, forgiveness or gratitude. And the Seven of Pentacles is stepping up and saying, without having had these scenarios, I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't be who I am. And that is what's generating this beautiful, blessed growth and this wild creation. You're not trying to control the energy anymore. You're allowing the energy to flow through you. And that's bringing this beautiful growth, and it's bringing that movement that we were talking about with the Eight of Wands here and under the Two of Cups. And so the Two of Cups is just really talking about you, um, really focusing on the relationships in your life that feel good, right? And this blessed growth, we'll read it one more time. It says, stay firmly rooted in your intentions and reach for the sky. Can't I keep hearing Woody on that Toy Story, and it says, I nurture my dreams. And so that's it is asking you to, you know, build that nurturing, beautiful bond and relationship with your hopes and dreams and your creative inspirations and the source of things for yourself. Because this justice energy really is saying, because I mean, this, if you look at this card, I mean, it's like, it's almost like this gatekeeper was, there keeping the pathway or the doorway closed, and now it's opened up. And carrying these two swords talks about the Two of Swords energy for me. It's almost like you won the battle, whatever this battle was, and the doors are opening. And so now I really feel like you're going to start seeing a lot of movement and growth in your space. So I hope this reading helped you. If it resonated, thank you for being here. Um, Sending you lots of love and light. And I will see you again next time.